Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy Abax, aka the Fat American, aka Dry Fit King, aka Filipino Godzilla. Today I am reacting to a new group that I have not reacted to yet, and this is a group called The Warning. I don't know actually anything about this group. I had a few different requests actually. I had quite a bit of requests for this group, and so I said, okay, I'll do it. Okay, so they're Mexican. They're from Mexico. I guess it says Three Mexican Sisters. That's what thewarningband.com says. Three Mexican Sisters. So yeah, from Monterrey, Mexico. Started in 2013. So there's three sisters, so it's a family band. So yeah, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know. I haven't listened to them yet. I see on their videos that it's mostly metal, rock and roll type stuff. So that gives me an idea of kind of what they're into and what they're doing. So I can understand that. So I kind of have some idea of what I'm getting myself into. But yeah, I don't know anything about them. I haven't listened to them yet. This is my first time. Genuine reaction. First time reaction. So this is The Warning, and this is their cover of The Pretender by Foo Fighters. Why did I choose this one? No particular reason. I like the song. I like Foo Fighters. I saw Foo Fighters live years ago during the Broken Leg tour when Dave Grohl broke his leg on stage and then he had to perform the rest of the tour in a cast. I still have a T-shirt from that concert. But yeah, I mean, I like the Foo Fighters. There's a funny story behind that concert too. A very funny story, but I don't have time for that today. So I like the Foo Fighters. I like the Pretender. So yeah, I mean, just get into it. Let's just see what happens. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what I'm doing here, but we're gonna find out real quick. This is The Warning, The Pretender by Foo Fighters. I have a lot to say, I think. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So I liked it. If you couldn't tell, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this video. This was fun. Um, so I have some thoughts. First off, and all compliments, all good things, by the way. It's very interesting, very different. You don't really expect to see that, like, um, yeah, but it's not every day that you see like a couple of like young Mexican, like, sweet sisters from Mexico, playing Foo Fighter and Metallica, and playing like really well. So yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought they did a really good job. So just a couple of things that stood out to me are points that I really liked. Um, so first off, her voice. I really would like her singing and her voice. It's very nice. Um, Good job. I really like that. When a female sings vocals for this kind of song, um, it can be tricky. Not anything about nothing wrong with females. It's the same for guys when they sing a song that was written for girls, actually, or it was written by a woman or originally sung by a woman. It's vice versa. I mean, women and men just sing differently. Period. Like, I mean, that's just how. That's just I mean, our voices are different. Um, Men have rougher, deeper, especially when you're talking about rock and roll and this kind of music. Dave Grohl has a very scratchy and rough and deep, very rock and roll voice. And I mean, I can't even sound like him. I still sound like I'm a 12-year-old boy. Like, I mean, I can't even sound like him at all. And so it takes a lot, I think, especially for a woman, to be able to sound like that, just because it's a different territory, and that says a lot. Like, I automatically gain a lot of respect, and that's always like, like sometimes you would hear like a cover of a metal song, and it's like a 7-year-old girl, and it's cute, and then when she sings it, she has a high pitch, and she sings like a 7-year-old girl, and it's cute, it's funny, and it's there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what I'm looking for when I'm looking at like professional musicians. So whenever I'm gonna watch women um, cover a song like this, and vice versa, if a man covers a song that's very feminine, then one of the first things I'm going to be looking for is what do the vocals sound like? How are they doing their vocals? That's very important to me. It'll say a lot, and it says a lot. They're very talented, very very talented. I believe that this singer, this vocalist, this young woman, I believe she's very very talented. She sounds. She's not. I mean, I'm not looking for an imitation. I'm not looking for someone who's gonna sound just like Dave Grohl. I don't want a carbon copy of the original version. And I don't like it when people do that. I don't like it when people do covers and it sounds exactly like the original. It's annoying. Um, I want it to have, I want it to be their own, but it still needs to match. It still needs to be respectful to the original version, and that's why, if she would have gotten up and sang and sounded like a 7-year-old girl, or whatever, then I just don't feel it. It just doesn't. That's just not what the song is. It'd be like singing a Metallica song. It'd be like rapping a Metallica song. Metallica is not rap music. You know what I mean? So that's my point. And like I said, like it goes both ways. If a big burly biker dude is singing a Lady Gaga song, I'm not interested if he's gonna sing it like this. I want it to be, I want them to be able to match. I want them to pay respect to the song. So, I don't know. Anyway, my point is that they did that, or this young vocalist did a very good job at keeping it the way it's supposed to be, keeping with the genre, keeping with the style of the song, paying respect to that, but also not making a carbon copy, also making it her own, and kind of owning that. She had her own little style of vocals, she had her own style of singing, and she owned it, and she took it, and she added her own little flair, which I like. Another thing, I was surprised when it started that she decided to play the lead guitar part while singing. Um, Historically speaking, a vocalist is either the bassist or the rhythm guitarist. I don't know of very many groups where the lead guitarist is also the singer. Now, I know a lot of groups, especially like punk rock, like 80s punk, like the thing was kind of like to have three members, a bassist, a guitarist, and a drummer. And a lot of times the guitarist would be the singer, but so it's not abnormal to have like one guitarist and then that person's also a vocalist. Um, but normally when they're singing, they're not playing like complex lead guitar parts. They're just doing some sort of a melodic strumming pattern or something. I imagine it's very difficult to play what she was playing on guitar and singing at the same time. Uh, she wasn't just playing chords. Like I think, anyone who's a musician would definitely understand that, and I think even non-musicians would. I mean, would maybe. I don't know. I think so. I mean, because especially maybe if you're listening to a recording, you probably wouldn't really catch it. I wouldn't catch it because if I was listening to a recording, I wouldn't know that she was the only guitarist. But if you're watching the video, you would catch it that she's the only guitarist, and the guitar is, it's a lead part. It's a lick, and she's singing at the same time. That takes real talent to do two things at the same time like that. That is very cool. That was like that was the first thing, actually, if I'm being 100% honest, that stood out to me more than her singing. Just the fact that she could play that part and sing at the same time and do it so flawlessly. It was an interesting choice. I would have expected, if there's a single guitarist, I would have expected her to play the rhythm guitar part, not the lead. Very interesting choice, but I respect that choice, and it shows a lot of talent. It shows a lot of ability. Very, very cool. The drummer is kick butt. Actually, the drummer and the bassist look really young. The bassist appears to be the youngest, but they both look really young, which is interesting. The drummer was good. It's heavy, I like that heavy drumming. The bassist had some funk to it too. I don't want it to be like I'm sitting here. The guitarist slash vocalist was also the oldest sister, so or at least it appeared to be that way. I don't make any dangerous assumptions, but it looked like that. So it's expected that she's obviously the most probably the most experienced musician, I would assume. Out of the three. I mean, unless she just started. I can tell she didn't just start playing guitar yesterday. She's been a musician for a while. She knows what she's doing. They all do. They're all very talented. So the things I like about the drummer were the heavy drumming. Again, drumming in that kind of genre and that kind of music can be quite difficult. It's heavy and it's crazy and it's kind of chaotic, but not really, because there still has to be some sort of obviously it's not just chaos. You're not just hitting whatever you want, but it can seem very chaotic because it's just, I mean, it's easy to, when you're playing this kind of music, to oversimplify it, because you don't want to overcomplicate it and get messed up and mess up the whole song. You don't want to bite off more than you can chew. So a lot of times with music like this, it ends up just being a standard, just do it, and they end up oversimplifying the drums, and the song loses a bit, loses some life when you do that. Just because that's such a big part of rock and roll is like crazy heavy drums. And this girl, I mean, man, she killed it on the drums. Like, she did it. She didn't shy away. She wasn't afraid to go at it. And she grabbed the bull by the horns, and she did what she wanted, man, and she killed it. And I liked that. The bassist, she was the youngest, and what was I gonna say about her, man? She slapped. I like, you know, a bassist is an important part of a group. A lot of people, it's kind of like an old meme, like, bassist, whatever, musician thing. But, a bassist is a very important part of a group. It gives some stability and some rhythm, and it kind of gives the bass point. And a bassist can really hurt or really, really help a group. And I feel like or they can just stay neutral and just be a bassist. But, a bassist can be so much more than just a bassist. That's what a lot of people don't realize. And I feel like she didn't overdo it. She wasn't trying to do anything crazy. But she had that funk. She kept it, and she kept up, and she kind of provided that stability to the song, and she gave that thump, and it just, it gave it a very round feeling to it, which I liked. I think Foo Fighters, when I saw them live, I think they had 3 guitarists, if I remember correctly. I think officially they have. I don't remember now. At least no less than 2, but I think I remember them having 3 guitarists. And sometimes when you cut out 2 guitars out of a song, it can sound empty and kind of hollow. And the bass kind of helped. That's not their fault. It's just when you have that many guitar parts in a single song, and then you cut out part of it or half of it, it's gonna sound a bit empty. Especially if you're playing the lead part, because that rhythm is kind of the background, the rhythm guitar. So the bass did a good job to kind of make that whole thing round again, which I really liked. It kind of brought it all together, made it solid, made it whole, made it just kind of completed it. The whole thing is just very round, very, very well done. I really liked it. It's a very good cover. Very talented young ladies, very cool sisters. I'm sure they have very cool parents. Yeah, I'm very impressed. I'm very happy with it. I really like it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Um, Let me know what you think about the warning, and tell me what I should react to next. And different groups or different songs, or if they have original songs, I would love that. But at any rate, yeah, let me know what you want to hear so I can do it. Other than that, stay safe, stay healthy, stay inside. I'm out.